the dream job. And after working with him, I got it, and it was simple and it was easy.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed the journey.
Oh, has it helped? Yes, it absolutely has. It's definitely helped in knowing the market a lot better and knowing how to put myself out there. Like, I would never ever have touched my LinkedIn ever. I didn't see LinkedIn as a valuable resource at all. So in saying that, it already has proven to be.
It's what I say. I think you guys are great and change people's lives, and it makes a lot of difference.
You deliver at a very high level.
It was really enjoyable. You learn a lot. It was really easy going step by step.
It's brilliant. The interview was all the.
So it's not only helped me in my personal branding, but it's helped me now on the business side, where I feel very, very capable to go into, someone that.
Hey, super legends, superheroes, and superstars. Welcome to another episode of the Hot Hire podcast. We are live on YouTube, live on LinkedIn, and live on Facebook. And today, I'm so pumped. I've got double trouble. And when I say double trouble, I mean that in a good way. And if you guys are watching live, can you light up that chat screen like it is Armageddon? If you are watching the replay, please put hashtag replay. And if you find this episode valuable, please share it with any friends, family, work colleagues. All right, so we're going to get into it. So my next guests are, do you know what? Like, the way that I've kind of seen them is kind of mystical, magical legends. So I've heard so much about them over the last year. They're the ups and downs, and they've just had a massive, huge December, but just a phenomenal year. So I want them to come on today, share their story, and share any maybe career tips or advice for coaches. So without any further ado, I want to give a big, massive, ginormous, warm welcome to Sanne and Lucas.
Boom!
Wow,
nice.
What an introduction.
Nice, I love it. I just want to start by saying thank you for having us, of course, but I also want to appreciate you for your energy, Dre. Been following you since the past year, since we got to know each other, and I really appreciate you. So thanks for being here.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot. I'm so excited just to hear everything. And I know that the mastermind that we're involved with, I know that you guys are in the elite one, which I'm going to be joining next week.
Very soon.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, there's so many people that that can learn off you guys as well. So do you want to Sanne, do you want to go first? Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, yeah, should I lady tell her age? Very close to 45.
She's 26.
No, you're not.
I've been working on my own for 20 years, in different careers, but I've only started up as a coach 2.5 years ago. So we couple both in our companies and private. So we live together here in Sweden, and I'm Danish. He's the Swedish one. I know your introduction said we were two Swedish, but I'm actually Danish. It's a tiny country. I know you can miss it. We live here in Sweden. 3 kids. That's kind of it. But we've known each other for the past 8 years. We've been working together for a very long time in different companies before we started doing this.
Oh, I see. All right, Lucas, and what about you? So, and where did you meet as well?
You want it?
Well, yeah, sure, I can. We actually worked with a company, both of us, that was working with personal development. actually the biggest company in Sweden at that time with helping people build a rich and full life, basically. And we were working in the team. So we met each other for the first time in 2014. And since then we've been colleagues, and we've been like partners in several projects going on from there. But then the last couple of years we've been more than that. So I moved from Stockholm to Malmö, which is do you have the metric systems where you are? So if I say 60 kilometers, that makes sense.
We understand that. Yeah,
that's good. So I moved and now I'm living in Malmö. Well, there is so much that I can say, but that's the short version.
Yeah. All right. And how did you guys get into coaching? So what was I'm going to jump into this. And did you both jump in at the same time?
Not exactly, and kind of we were at that time. Lucas was he was not the sole owner, but he was a part owner in another company, a big company here.
The same company where we
used to work together.
Yeah, where we got to know each other.
Yeah. And I had another company. I had a tech company before I started up as a coach, but I've been into this personal development for several years, and it kind of goes back to the financial crisis. During the financial crisis at that time, I built up a bakery, industrial bakery. So it's a total different branch. Yeah. So that was something else, but we went bankruptcy during the financial crisis when that hit. So I lost everything at that time. I lost my job, my company, all the money I saved and invested in the company. I lost everything. So at that time, I decided to become financially independent. But it took a while until 13 when we met, 14 when we met in the same company, where we started working with this personal development, because that is a huge part of making money, what we're all about right now, and making money and have a lot of fun and live your purpose and stuff like that. So that is kind of how I got into personal development, and from there into coaching, started following Tony Robbins, doing all Tony Robbins programs, and he's a huge mentor, of course, I guess, to all of us working in this. And so that was kind of that way, going into take the leadership masteries and stuff like that at Tony Robbins. That was kind of my way into coaching. And when I had when I finished up with my tech company a little bit more 3 years ago, I decided that time, well, what am I going to do now? I want to help people to actually make money. I want to help people to do their finances, because that was a huge part for me. I've been working on that part for myself, and we've been doing that for several years. So that's why I started doing my own coaching company, started up 2.5 years ago.
Awesome. And what about you, Lucas?
Well, first of all, working with Balance Economy was such a blessing for me in my life, because I got to work with some of the best coaches in the market, and I got to build a relationship with some great people that could mentor me and give me what I needed in order to learn what I needed to learn, in order to build whatever I needed, whatever I was longing for, whatever I was dreaming of. So that's a blessing in itself. But when it comes to coaching, I mean, there's so many significant ways that you can describe coaching, but the best and the simplest way that I think is that coaching is helping people. If you can help someone, and you can always help someone, and that's the mentality that I'm going into it with. I can help anyone with anything. I wouldn't be ignorant to the fact that, of course, I couldn't help anyone achieve anything, because I can't live up to that. But I can always help anyone with anything, even if it's just 2 millimeters, even if it's just investing in, a nice compliment, or seeing a person in a one-to-one conversation, or if it's on stage, really hearing someone for where they are emotionally or physically or spiritually, whatever that is. I can always see someone, and I can give something to someone wherever they are with whatever problem they have. And that's the mentality that I basically grew up with, because we didn't have any resources growing up in my family. But what we did have, or what we had, was love. I always had such a huge loving community around me growing up, and that inflicted me more than I can say. So what happened, and where that took me, was that I started helping others with whatever way I could, into places that, okay, I'll help you fix that, even if I didn't even know what it was needed fixing, or if I could fix something for someone, but with a good intention that I had, in order to help someone else, where I saw myself being able to help, even if it was just like those 2 millimeters that I was talking about, then that was worth investing in. So no matter what I've done, I've been working with sales and marketing and doing sales conversations throughout my whole career. I'm 31 right now, so I started my first company when I was 19. It took me a while.
Okay.
It took me a while, but that's important though, because 19-year-old having a business, it was more about the dream of having the identity of being a businessman, but I didn't really own a business until standing on my own 2 legs, until this last year, when I started this coaching business. Because even when I worked in Balance Economy with the great community that I had there, I got such huge support from some really like experienced people, and even if they didn't mean to, or even if I didn't mean to, that kept me safe, because I could always hide behind someone bigger than myself. So that was a very easy thing for me to do. So I got to do all these cool things, speaking on stage, doing cool stuff. But it was still something that, it wasn't me bringing myself to the center of the stage. And that was a thing that became a huge shift for me when Corona hit, because then we decided that we were going in separate ways. We didn't want the same things anymore. So I went on my way, and that was the biggest challenge and the biggest lesson for me. And that's what I'm most grateful for as well, because it led me to here. It led me to a place where I can sit now and say that I've done some really great things for some really great people. And on the bottom line, it can't get better than that. It can't.
I love that. All right, can we talk about the elephant in the room? When are you guys moving to Australia?
Yeah, that's the elephant in the room. Yeah, sure. Kids turn 18 and we can get it. No, but well, when is Australia going to open the borders for us to move?
We've been waiting for more than a year.
Oh, you have? Yeah.
You.
But we have though. We have been planning to go to Australia and to hang out with you guys for a year now. And I mean, we're really watching the borders. We're invited to a private yacht party in Australia in February. But we can't go.
I'll go instead. It's okay. I'll go instead.
Yeah, sure. But that's such a cool thing. But yeah, we're getting there. Slow and steady wins the race. That's what I teach my clients. So let's go with slow and steady wins the race. We'll come when we get there.
All right. So with your clients, so Sanne, you look after the Danish market. Lucas, you look after the Swedish market. What are some of the, I guess, like the challenges and obstacles that some of your clients come up against?
Yeah. It's exactly the same obstacles and difficulties that we've had on our journey. It definitely haven't been easy all the time. I think a huge part is enjoying the journey, even if it's not easy all the time. And that's where it's so. Starting a business and building a business is like personal development on a high level. You're forced to go through so many obstacles all the time. So I think it's mostly about identities. It's a lot about the identity and the fear of getting out there and letting people know what I'm able to do and what I can do and what I will do and be out there, being seen. The imposter is a huge fight a lot of our clients have, and I had that as well several times during the past 2.5 years. So it's fear, a lot of fear. We help with the strategies to go out there and build a business. We have a great business, and we just started, and we do teach all the strategies we're using, and because we always decided to go in front of our clients, so we do all the mistakes. We try to get all the mistakes we can do, so we can learn from them, and we can give that back to our clients. So we are not afraid to take risks. We are not afraid to try things out, and that teaches us a lot of things on the way, so we can help. So we both do the strategies, but we do a lot of mindset work as well to be able to do that, to get through the fear. You have the way to creating this success.
Yes. So just quickly, so when I got into coaching, I am my very first business coach. It was after going to a Tony Robbins event back in 2018. I was like, yeah, I've got this business, which is basically like a website to help like young people get like apprenticeships and traineeships. And I got a business coach, and she's absolutely beautiful. And I was just like, yeah, just want to learn business. That's just give me the strategy. But she was giving me like the mindset and, you know, like everything else, but not the business. Like when we started off, and I was getting really like impatient. And it's only, I guess, probably the last maybe 6 months that I've realized how important the inner work and also that your mindset is. So, yeah, totally get that. Lucas, did you have anything to add? Yes, sir.
No, I could speak forever, but that's such an such a big thing, because what is life other than the love and the experience and the joys that we feel and that we are connected to do, like experiencing. I mean, we have our inner world, which is everything that we feel, every perspective that we have, all that we can manage to build we have our inner world, emotions, reactions, all of that, and then we have the outer world, and the outer world is just exactly as it is, what it is, and the inner world is for us to control based on whatever circumstances we're in. So it doesn't matter if you're running a coaching business, or if you're running a different company, different like in a different in a different area of business. It doesn't matter if you're employed or you know, but you owe it to yourself just to look for what could I create as a quality in my inner world, in my inner game, in my sense of emotion. Because if you could, then that would be life, man. Then you're done. You don't need more than that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because if you have the quality within yourself, you can't be judged for it. You can't, no one can tell you that money is the way to go, or fame is the way to go, or you need to do this, or you need to do that. There are people that have so much less than we have in our countries that are beyond happy. And I feel so blessed to be able to experience that, going through the poorest parts in Africa, or the poorest parts in Thailand or India, which I've been fortunate to travel through. And it's just, there is so much to learn from just stripping off the I wouldn't say expectation really, but strip off everything that's not connected with what's quality for me. If I were to look inside, what's quality, and what does that really mean for me? And then looking for how can I create that, and then be curious enough to really investigate it long enough to figure out an answer. And even if it's not the best answer or the right answer, it's still a answer that could give you a part of the quality that you desire. And that's just some, that's the fueling part. That's why I want to be a coach, and that's why I want to help coaches, because I want to help people, and that's it. To become and do and just feel more of. I mean, I can help anyone with anything, even if it's just a 2 millimeter shift, and that's just the mindset that I have. So I don't know if this makes sense in relation to your question, but
yeah,
this is
loving it. I'm loving this. It's spitting fire. Yeah, spitting fire.
Yeah, that's good. I appreciate you, man.
All right. So, do you have any other, what would be like your top tip for coaches that are just coming into coaching, or maybe, because there's only like a small percentage of coaches that actually make it, or coaches that are currently, struggling, so they should maybe be taking action, but they're self-sabotaging and they're not taking action. Do you have any advice that you'd be able to give to new people coming in or people that are struggling?
Yeah. Well, I think the most important part for me has been commitment, to really, really, really commit. Like there's nothing else than this. So you need to have a clear vision of why you're doing this, because it will be hard. You do have these shitty days. Everything is just hard and everyone is complaining and you have haters and you have all of these things and you really have those days. So you need to enjoy even those days, or at least enjoy the learnings you get out of these days. So you really need to know that this is a learning route. This is about the progress. Not that success is one thing and making money is one thing, but the progress, seeing how you grow as a person and see your clients growing as well. You really need to enjoy the journey. And it has no ending. It's just committing to always seeing what's next. Being curious, I think, is a huge part of it. Being curious of what's possible. That's why I started, because I want to show my kids that everything's possible. They can do and be and become whatever they want to do. And now as our business is taking off, I'm just like, we're from the Scandinavian countries and up here, I don't know if you have that, Dre. We had this, we call the gender law, where we say you should not be more than anything else. You should not have more than anyone else. We kind of pushing ourselves down all the time.
Very typical Scandinavian.
It's very typical Scandinavian, I think. And so I really want to be that person, or be one of those persons who show that you are allowed to dream. You're allowed to dream big, and you're allowed to go out and create the life you actually want. Just speaking into what Lucas said, this is all about getting the most out of life, enjoying being here and enjoying life, getting the most out of it. So dream big and commit to doing it, even on the rough days.
Yeah.
All right. So what's next for you guys? What's in store for 2022?
I love that question, because we're just getting started. That's the reality of the situation. I don't know if can you hear it? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it froze for about. I've got you now. Yeah,
no, that's fine. Yeah, thank you. No, because we're just getting started, and that's the cool thing. We had just an amazing 2021 last year, and it feels like now we're really turning on the heat, and now we're gonna do. Now we're really gonna kick stuff up. So we're hiring personnel, and we're working closer to our clients. We are delivering more training, and obviously, like Sanne said, we're here to do the mistakes so our clients doesn't have to. I mean, that's our job. So and that's such a privilege. It's such a great thing to be able to do, so that we can pass on the learnings, both the good and the bad. But 2022 is all about structure, all about leadership and organization, and building teams around the doings. So like organizing, what I would say 2022 is about, and we're looking to can I share our goals? Is that So we're looking to we're looking to make a $3 million revenue USD in each country. So that's a 6 million revenue. So that's that's a huge thing, and that counting for me. If I were just to mention the money, and if I were to pass something on, some people are fueled by it. They get attached to the money goal. I am not. That's not what I'm getting fueled by. But when I can see the contribution in actual numbers, if we were to make that revenue and that money, then I would know how many I would have contributed to and what I would have contributed with. And that makes the world of difference to me. That makes me wake up inspired and go to sleep thankful. And you know, if I can do that every day of my life, then I don't care how much money I make in the end of the year. But the end of the year, the goal, the money, it's important because it's a measurement of how well our business is doing. And if our business is doing well with the basis and the foundation of our values we have within our business, you know, then it can't go anywhere but, you know, just a huge success for everybody involved. And that's, you know, and that's the thing we want to build. And that is what turns me on and fuels me and getting my like body into motion. So 2022 is going to be massive. And there is so much more to say about it, obviously, but on top of my mind right now, that's what I got for you.
Yeah, thank you. Exciting times. All right, so do you work? So if there's like people watching Australia, America, like England, other places around the world, would you work with them, or is it, you know, only like Sweden and Denmark?
As it is right now, we do it in our local language. So I would invite you, Dre, to learn either Swedish or Danish. But
okay, well, I'll pass on that one.
So right now our programs is absolutely in Danish and Swedish, but we do our high-end program today is actually a lot of it in English, just because we do work across the Scandinavian countries now, and even though we're close, we don't speak exactly the same language. So we do.
Sanne actually speaks perfectly Swedish, but I can't speak Danish. So when I speak to her client, I speak in English. So that's the reality of the situation, and it's an interesting thing because it's a second language to me. It's hard to like articulate it. I know it doesn't seem like it, but it takes, the frustration for me is that I want to say something, but you know, I kind of need to, you know, use the baby words that I know to be able to like, yeah, I think you got it, but you know, but it's been such a learning, useful and great process to be with. If we were to work with internationals on an international scale, probably in the future, in what area we couldn't really say for now, because our Scandinavian businesses needs us at this moment. But if there were something, I could definitely connect you to the right people, because we got the connections all over the world. So if there were anyone sitting here and like, I want to get started, I want to get to know something that I can do with something, I have this dream and I want to go for it, then connect with us, absolutely, and we will push you in the right direction. I mean, Dre is one of the directions we will push it towards. So if you need anything, don't be a stranger. I would love to help if I could. I don't know if we got
my screen has frozen, so I can't see you guys. But can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I've got your half. All right, a couple of questions. What's the best way for people to get hold of you?
Social media, Facebook is absolutely the best way. As I said, I'm 40 plus, so I'm just on Facebook. That's where I can work. So Facebook is absolutely the best place to find us.
I'm not 40 plus, but it's still the best way to get a hold of me on Facebook. So you could try to reach out to me on Instagram, but honestly, I'm not that active on Instagram. But I'm on Facebook. I mean, that's where I'm most at usually. Yeah.
We see the setup you have. It's so high tech, and everything.
Super
we can
impressive.
see you checking for this. That's incredible.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Looks really good.
Love it.
Oh, it's cool. Yeah, so I'm using a platform called StreamYard, and it's just really, really cool. Really cool. All right, very last question. Is there anything that you'd like to leave the audience with, whether that's a quote, a dad joke, something inspirational, like anything at all?
Yeah, she has.
Thank you. Oh God. Yeah, but that would be continue, keep going, never stop. Just because it's rough, just because you have some. I've seen it so many times. We had a lot of clients, and we had days. I had months where I've been standing still in my business, and nothing's happening, and I'm losing my mind, and I'm just about to give up. And then I get it. Then I get through that. What's holding me back? So don't you quit. Keep moving. When you're there, keep moving. You're on the right track. Make sure you have the right people around you. It's all about having the right people around you. Have your community, have your peer group, and have someone who's done the work before, who have what you want to have, and follow them. Do what they say. They know what they've been through. Success leaves clues. That's one of the most important things I've learned from Tony Robbins. Success leaves clues, and that is massive. So find someone who have whatever you want and follow, and don't give up on the way, even though it's hard. It will be.
No, that's perfect. No, but that's so perfect, and you know, success is inevitable. Because success is subjectively defined. I mean, what is success? You know, success is setting a goal and then reaching it. And the only thing that could have you fail on actually reaching it is you giving up on the way. And all that you do until you reach it is a learning process. And like Sanne says, everything leaves clues. Everything leaves clues. So look for the clues and look for the learnings that you need to pick up in order to learn what you need to learn in order to move forward towards whatever you want to achieve. And that doesn't matter if you're doing it in business or trying to build a personal, like a marriage or like a relationship with a significant, or if you're trying to raise children. I mean, it's an impossible job, like going through the human experience. But life is important enough to make it important enough to do some really cool stuff about it. I mean, we're in it with it. That's I guess that's it.
Yeah. I was going to say somebody called Michael Jordan because that was a slam dunk. Guys, I just want to say a massive, huge thank you to you both. Today's been really, I've learned so much. It's been really inspiring, really motivating, really empowering. Keep doing what you're doing. And I'm going to see you guys probably about half an hour at boot camp. So, yeah, thank you so much.
We will
love it.
See you soon. Thank you for having us.